Okay, as usual, very physical Tuesday practice with our guys, the guys that are out there, and we continue to push, and it's great to see. Great to see guys respond. I think they're getting used to practicing at a high level, very physical, finishing, extra conditioning at the end, and I believe that'll pay off for us throughout the season.
Can you just talk about the development of your offense compared to that of your defense, which is clearly so much more improved over last season?
It is. We set out in January to make a lot of changes in the style that we would play, in our scheme, and our usage of personnel, in the way that we would practice, and we see all that paying off with our defense. It was a very big concern of ours, the rushing yards that we gave up last year versus the rushing yards that we had. It's not SC football, so we're on our way to getting it back.
And the offense?
Yeah, unfortunately, we haven't been clicking on all cylinders. At times we've been moving the ball. I do feel like we run the ball more consistent than we did a year ago. Obviously, we don't throw the ball as well as we did a year ago.
You alluded the other night to what you were asked about kind of second half adjustments and reacting to different defenses. What has been kind of the problem in the third quarter over the last year?
Yeah, I don't know that. The game's always adjustment. It's not like, you go in at halftime and you got 2 days to make adjustments. You're always making adjustments in between series, in between plays, and so, for whatever reason, we scored more points in the second quarter and the fourth quarter than we have in the first and third.
Has it been any different this year, or like towards the end of last year, than it was in the first couple seasons?
Sure. Years are different. Times change. Coach the same way that we used to, and we used to be really good in the third quarter. So we'll continue to work.
And a story came out of Penn State today, and it followed a story in July. Bill O'Brien met with their board of trustees for a strategy how to get scholarships back. Have you ever been involved in a session like that at USC with the board, a strategy session, how to get scholarships back?
No, I think ours was, for the most part, as far as we were concerned, over with. Took our chance again, and we were just told really from our university to move on, to move forward. And as you can tell, we don't sit around and talk about it a bunch. It is what it is. We've never agreed with it, obviously, but all we can do is try to make the most of the situation that we're in and manage the numbers the best that we can.
Other than Will Sutton, what about ASU's defense is most impressive so far?
Well, I think they're very aggressive, very multiple fronts as far as blitz packages. They bring the linebackers a lot. 52 is a really good player in coverage and rushing. Gave us some issues last year. So they can be a dominant defense. As you saw last year where they led the country in tackles for losses. For first year for a coach who said that's pretty impressive.
Is that a particularly tough place to play at ASU at night?
Yeah, it just depends. It depends on the game and how it's going, and records of teams and over the years going there. And a couple years ago, there was a windstorm right in the middle of it. So, it's a loud place, awesome stadium, awesome grass, and great fans.
Going into this game, you guys, if you lose, you guys will be 0-2 in conference. How's the team feeling getting ready to go into Tempe?
We feel good. Obviously we don't look at it that way. We don't think that we're going to play to be 0-2. I think that we're going to play to be 4-1. So look forward to this challenge against a really good team, very talented team, very well coached team.
How's Cody Kessler and Marquise Lee looked the last couple days of practice? You had said that you thought they were going to be fine.
Yeah, I anticipate both of them playing, and hopefully they'll be there.
What did you think of the actual decision to give scholarships back to Penn State?
I was happy for him. I don't sit around and root against other people. I'm happy for Coach, for the players. We know what it's like. It's like to be in the middle and try to manage those numbers and try to look down the road. And obviously, there's a lot of challenges that come with it. So when I was told about it, I was really happy for him.
Does the fact that that happened today now, like you were asked about the past, but how about now in terms of trying to go get some scholarships back?
I'm trying to beat Arizona State, and I'm worried about our team, things that control. I'm going to have nothing to do with that, nor did I ever, so I don't worry about it.
You talked Sunday, you've been asked about offense and said you always look at changing stuff, but considering you were successful offensively, why would you want to change like what you've been doing the past
Well, we're not stubborn. As you can see what we did on defense. You know, we changed the defensive system that had been here for, I would guess, 11 years. It had been extremely successful, some of the best defenses in the country under that system. And so, you know, you always want to look at things and always trying to grow as coaches. And so we'll always do that. And if we find out a better way to do things with the numbers that we have, we'll look into doing that.
Given the inexperience of Madden and Justin Davis, do you ever worry about leaning on them too much in the ground game because they're so inexperienced?
No, you know, I think that Trey, outside of one time, has shown really good ball security. That's what you worry about when their carries get up there. Justin's still young. There are some ball security issues there. So we're still working on it. We've got to do whatever it takes to win. And so every game's different.
Is Silas Red any closer to playing than he was a month ago or 6 weeks ago?
Yes.
You hopeful he's going to play this week?
Yeah, I'm hopeful a lot of our guys are going to play.
How are the carry distribution going to be between all the running backs and then Silas might be back?
I don't know that. You know, the game dictates sometimes as it goes how it's going. Sometimes you stay with the hot hand, so it's too hard to predict.
Is there anyone, I know typically you're going to wait till later in the season, or very later till it's over to designate who might have redshirted or whatnot. But is there anyone at this point that clearly is going to, you know, because of an injury or just because you want to sit them out?
No, we've kept all our guys alive, and we have to. You know, if you really knew the numbers that were out there, you'd understand why. You know, we're very close to the guys that have not playing for us, even this week. So we're keeping them all alive, and a lot of the guys, or some of the guys that haven't even played yet, that you would think would be redshirting, are taking reps, with the first and second units.
Do you anticipate needing to use more of a tight end and running back pass protection sets, given that left tackle is still a very young position for you?
He's young, but I think Chad's done a really good job. You know, I think left tackle is a position where a lot of times you don't get noticed unless something bad goes on. You know, and so you got meat for the sack, cause fumble, and I'm sure a lot of people notice that, but there's a lot of plays in there where he's going against a great player, number 9, and he's holding his own. So we're excited about his continuing development as a freshman left tackle for us. But we always, you know, keep in mind helping people at times.
You mentioned